or not, you don't do that to a woman.
What? I don't want to get hit by a car either.
Oh, a woman can't get hit by a car just as good as a man can get hit by a car?
You can get hit by a car better than a man. That right there is what I'm talking about.
How is that working for you? Hello friends, welcome to Look and Live. You are now here with Pastor James Devallon. And in this reaction video, friends, we have Ryan Long on the screen once again. I haven't reacted to one of theirs in a while. Last time I reacted to Racism and Wokes, how they agree. But the title of this one, when feminism and deadbeat boyfriends actually agree. So I have not listened to this. I want to take my time to dive into it. I'm sure this is going to be a good one. It's a lot of comedy with some truth bombs in it. So, hey, man, without further ado, let us get into the heart of this thing. Okay, let's see what's happening here. And by the way, make sure you like and subscribe to this video. Okay, YouTube has a way of shadow banning my channel. So the more you push this stuff forward, we can go against the algorithm and get these videos out. All right, let's take a listen to this.
I was a little skeptical about dating a hardcore feminist at first.
Yeah, I'm not a weaker being that needs a man to give up his seat for me.
Once you get past the whole being annoying part, it's actually amazing.
Yeah, it is amazing.
Yeah, it's great.
Contrary to what you may think, I'm the breadwinner of this situation.
Pretty sick. Hey, can you lend me 10? 20 actually?
Or pay for my meal like he's what, above me now?
I don't think I even have a wallet anymore.
Yeah, I don't need a man to hold the door for me.
Get your own door. It's what I've been saying for years. I can't believe she's down with it. Yeah, it's like I don't even need to make sure she gets home safe ever, which is great because I don't really care.
Oh, I need a male chaperone? I didn't know I was living in the Stone Ages.
Yeah.
Wow, the ridiculousness of the argument proposed by the feminists today is that, do they understand the value of a man in their lives? Have they lost all sense of reality? I'm pretty sure that's exactly what has happened. What? Why am I the judge?
You know, she can handle herself out there.
I can definitely handle myself out there, that is correct.
Safe knowing that I don't have to do anything.
That's right.
I saw recently a female cop confronted by an old guy. So she pulled this guy over, an older gentleman, and he came out of his car. I mean, give her trouble.
Step over here now. Have a seat on the ground. Have a seat.
I'm not sitting. I'm not sitting!
Back off!
I mean, she was no match for this old man. And I thought to myself, there are some things that women cannot do as well as men. Doesn't mean women can be cops, but it's a very dangerous place to be as a woman. And what I saw in a video, which I thought was very telling, and I'll put a video on the screen, was that she said, you don't put your hands on a woman.
Shut up! You don't do that to a woman. Do you understand me?
And I'm thinking to myself, like, this is the wrong job for you to say something like this. So I think a lot of feminists do not realize how cruel the world actually is, that they do need a man to protect them. The female cop had to get some men to help her.
What the?
Or else she was in serious trouble. Now the thing is, that's not how God created things to be. This is the plan of the enemy that is confusing the race. And that's not the original ideal.
Right.
I got buddies who are forced to get in fights because some random dude disrespects their woman. Not this guy.
I'm perfectly capable of fighting a man at the bar.
Honestly, I think you could have taken that guy.
I could have taken 2 guys, probably.
Yeah, and I would just watch. The only thing I'm fighting.
But also the deadbeat boyfriends today, many of them, I guess the level of criticism that a lot of men face against the feminist ideology in our culture today has caused them to lose their manhood, or even, you know, just give up on being men, right? And I know exactly what that is. We don't like the name calls. We don't like being looked upon as a toxic masculinity. We don't like to be told that, you know, the patriarchy. They have all these titles and names for people who disagree with them. which we don't like to be identified with by these names. And sometimes in the process of trying to avoid the name calling, we ended up losing and giving into the feminist ideology, which I think is not good either, because despite of what they say, you know, as men, we just got to be men because we are exactly that, and God created us to be the leaders of our home, not to the point of dominating people and being overbearing and controlling freak. No, we're talking about a leader. We're talking about a man who sets positive example, a protector, at the same time a lover, you know. But again, the world has gone crazy. I think this has happened a long time ago.
Fighting his urge to buy another slice with her credit card, you know?
I can stand up for myself, okay?
What is this business where I always got to be between her and the road on the sidewalk? Like what? I don't want to get hit by a car either.
Oh, a woman can't get hit by a car just as good as a man can get hit by a car?
You can get hit by a car better than a man. That right there is what I'm talking about. She asked me out, you know, so I didn't really have to do much there. Just add her to the roster. Feminism and such.
It's called having agency.
So the feminists really, what they're asking for is not a man. They're asking for, yeah, a deadbeat boyfriend, right? They're asking for a less than a man. They're asking for another woman. In a sense, they don't want a male figure in their lives to play the man's role and balance the home and the family. And the feminists of our culture today, they have to take a good look at themselves in the mirror and ask yourself this question: how is that working for you?
She was down to smash on the first date, which was pretty solid. She said it was all empowering or whatever. What am I gonna say, no?
It is empowering.
As long as there's a strong female lead, I can get her to watch any action movie. Yeah, you know, like that new Ronda Rousey movie, like that.
I probably would like that.
Of course you would. We've been together for 7 years.
Of course you would. The sarcasm is just beaming from the video. I love it. It really exposed the silliness of the discussion, you know, and it exposes the sentiments of the culture in a very positive way. Look at his shirt. At least get a decent shirt put on. He didn't iron his shirt. He hasn't shaved his beard, and he looks exactly as what you will refer to as a deadbeat boyfriend. Is that what you ladies want? If you keep pushing the envelope, this is all that is left for you to buy from the market of, you know, if you're gonna go shopping for a man, that's all that's left, because you don't want anybody else to be manly and stand by you and love you, and you don't want to submit yourself to him. So, hey, there you go.
She's not even poking around about marriage.
And then he's supposed to ask my dad's hand for marriage? No, I'm not property. They'll be exchanging hands of two men.
Yeah, I could also give less of a shit what her dad thinks. I don't even want to meet the guy.
And we're not going to be having kids either, so don't even ask about it.
Yeah, she doesn't want to bring another white kid in the world. I'm like, whatever. And also, we don't want to have a kid because of the global warming.
Well, it's irresponsible.
Yeah, I've also heard, what's her name? OAC was having a discussion where somebody stood up and said, you know, I put a video up for that where they said we should eat babies, right? Because we don't want children anymore.
Next campaign slogan has to be this: we got to start eating babies. We don't have enough time. There's too much CO2 bomb Russia. We still have too many people, too much pollution. So we have to get rid of the babies. That's a big problem. Just stopping having babies is not enough. We need to eat the babies.
Global warming is coming, so let's stop having babies. Guys, they've been talking about global warming since 1990 something. Okay, it's been going on for a long time.
She's now canceling plans because of COVID. She's been postponing this meetup with her crappy college friends for the last year and a half. What? You see me complain?
It actually has been rescheduled for a month from now, so if you would mark that in your calendar, the event will be happening.
I don't know if it's going to be safe by then. Who knows what wave we'll be on. I mean, if there's one negative to the whole thing is I would just love her to shave occasionally.
Ryan Long and some of the stuff they got going on here, it is very telling and very insightful, and I appreciate this. You know, And my question to those who are feminists who believe that men can do nothing for them, they don't want a man in their lives, or the men have to be very submissive to them. I want you to understand something. You are out of order. You are out of order. Now, you may get a man, how do they call them today? Simps? I'm just learning all these new words. You may get one of them. That doesn't mean you're going to be happy, because you're still out of position from God's original ideal. I'm going to show you something in the Bible that a lot of people didn't see. Watch this. This is from Genesis chapter 3, verse 16. This is after sin came into the world. And then God said this to the woman. He says, unto the woman, he said, I will greatly multiply thy sorrow, and thy conception in sorrow thou shalt bring forth children, and thy desire shall be to thy husband, and he shall rule over you. You see these words right here? I've highlighted these words on purpose to make a particular point. What is God talking about? The desire of the woman is to be to her husband, and the husband is to rule over her. This needs to be studied, because you don't want to run with some crazy perspective on this, because the Bible is very deep. Part of the curse that came as a result of sin in the Garden of Eden was that the woman is to be submissive to her husband, to a degree, listening or being under the rule of her husband. Now, some women may not like this idea, but listen, it is biblical. Now, watch this. I had to do a little bit of digging here, and I went to find a good commentary. I think his name is David Griggs. I might be saying his name wrong, but he is commenting on this, and he says this: your desire shall be to your husband. That is true of women in a way that is not true for men. So Barnhouse explained, this verse will be understood better when it is realized that the desire of men toward his wife alone is solely by God's grace, not by nature. You get it? So for the women, it is by nature for her to have this desire toward her husband, and despite of the way she feels, the husband rules over her. Now listen, this is Bible, friends. This is not patriarchy, this is not sexist, this is scripture. And let me tell you something, God knows what he's talking about. It goes as follows: your desire shall be to your husband, and he shall rule over you. The desire is to contrast the woman's desire and the husband's rule over her. This speaks of, and now this is where I wanted to get to. This speaks of an inherent challenge in embracing the husband role as leader of the home and family. Did you hear what the Bible says? The woman is gonna have this challenge by this desire of hers, right? She's going to not wanting to submit herself to her original position in the home. It was part of the curse. And God says, regardless of that, that's gonna be her challenge, but she's gonna have to overcome that, because ultimately the man is in a position of leadership assigned by God. It says, this same word for desire is used in Genesis chapter 4 verse 7, and the desire of sin to master over Cain. Because of the curse, Eve will have to fight a desire to master a husband, a desire that works against God's ordained order for the home. Lord have mercy. So do you see what's going on in the world today? The words in Genesis are just being fulfilled right in front of our eyes. We seen the women are trying to dominate the home, and they are stepping out of line and out of place. And I'm not saying this for all women, but I'm here to tell you they are never happy as a result of these decisions. And again, the Bible did prophesy that we're going to do that. But the thing is, the husband ruling over her is the happiest place for her to be. Now you say, what does that mean, to rule over? No, it simply means to have a head, to allow the husband to be the leader in the home. That is what it's calling about. This doesn't mean you can't call, you can call or say or make decision as a woman. No. It's simply telling you the husband is the head of the home. It's as simple as that, and that doesn't change. It's biblical. Now, women today have an issue with this. That's why they're also unhappy. That's why the feminist stuff just don't work. That's why majority of women today will not get married, particularly in the black race. I've heard 1 out of 4 might get married. 1 out of 4. So majority of women are gonna die single. Over 75% of them will die without a husband. And the ones who do have husband, very few of them are happy in their relationship. And the husband that they've chosen, by them dominating over their husband, they eventually lose out of their purpose and meaning in their assigned position by God. Hate it or love it, it's the truth. Now, the principle of Adam hardship as a husband was established before the fall. Now the curse on Eve makes it much harder for her to submit and flow with God's institution of male hardship in the home. That's what we're looking at. So when we're watching what's happening in the world, in our culture, and things are shifting and changing all over the place, we are seeing exactly the words in Genesis chapter 3, verse 16 being fulfilled. And these women are exactly carrying out that duty. They are stepping over the boundary line assigned by God and saying, we want to be the one in leadership position. Unfortunately, a lot of men we cave right in because we just don't want the argument. We don't want the nagging things going on, but that's not good either. While we ought not to dominate our women, treat them as if they are insignificant, we are to step up as men and take leadership of the home. This is not to be dictated by finance or anything. This is a divine order. And when you accept that divine order as a man, you can better love and lead and protect your home. When the women takes charge, a lot of things could go wrong. And that's why when you're looking at a lot of these LGBT stuff that's going on in the world, majority of them are being led by who? When you see a lot of confusion that's happening in the churches today, majority of these homosexual stuff that's coming through the churches are coming through whom? So you see what I'm talking about? So it's like there is this feminization of men, and there is this I don't know, masculinized or feminizing of I don't even know the words I'm using. These women are becoming men and men are becoming women. That stuff is out of order with God's original plan, and our planet is suffering, and that change needs to come. Friends, we need to fix our home. Women, take your place. Men, take your place, and watch how the children will fall in line, and our society will be better. But no, some of us won't listen to that, but it is what it is. The truth is the truth. Thank you for listening. Make sure you like and subscribe to the page. Click the bell icon for more of my notification upload. Comment below, put your recommendation below, and I'll see you on the next video. As always, remember to look unto Jesus and to live by faith. Have a good one. Bye.